Good morning, everybody. Today we're making some spiced pecans, or maybe you call them pecans. So if you've ever been to New York City and on that street corner you get this wonderful aroma of caramel and nuts, and it's utterly delicious, and it makes me want to buy them every single time I go. So why not replicate them at home? So that's exactly what we're going to do. So today we're making pecans, and pecan is a tree nut. Could you use any other nut? Absolutely. You can use walnuts, cashews, hazelnuts, almonds, or you could use peanuts, which is not a tree nut, it's actually a legume. All right, and pecans are wonderful because they actually have healthy monounsaturated fat. Okay, they contain vitamin E, which has lots of antioxidants. It is a plant-based protein, and it also contains thiamine, which is a B1 vitamin, which helps grow and develop your cells. And it's also a source of manganese and copper, which are minerals. All right, so whenever you're making anything with any kind of sugar work, you always want to make sure you have all of your materials ready, and that in French is called mise en place. So that is what we have here today. To start this recipe, I've already toasted my pecans in the toaster for about 7 to 10 minutes at 350 until they smell really nice and nutty, okay? I'm going to be using a non-stick pan. If you don't have one, well, then you're just gonna use a regular saute pan, but it's just a little bit easier when you have that non-stick surface. All right. These are spice nuts, and I do want to let you know that this recipe was actually adapted from Alton Brown. And his spice mix is a little heavier on the cayenne. I actually have lowered the amount of cayenne, but added some ginger and added, I think, a little bit more cinnamon. So on my spice plate, I have kosher salt. Okay, I have cumin, this is cayenne, freshly ground black pepper, this is ground ginger, and cinnamon. Now, his original recipe says to use dried orange peel. Well, not everybody has access to dried orange peel. So what can you do? You can do one of two things. If you wanted just the orange flavor, okay, you can just take a vegetable peeler and peel it and add this when we're adding our spiced nuts, or making our spiced nuts. Or you can take your microplane and just remove the outer coating, which is called the zest of your citrus. And I like this because I'm really not getting all of the nice oils, but it's really nice and fine. And I'm gonna do the whole orange, why not? It'll be nice and flavorful, and it'll be a nice like little citrusy contrast to all of the different spices. Now, I have adjusted the spice mixture to my liking. Taste is subjective. So, with that being said, you can modify the spice mixture to the liking of you and your family. All right. So I have that. Now my pan is nice and hot. So I'm gonna take my pecans, and I would say you're working on, I would say, medium heat. And the pecan is really nice because it has those nice, beautiful ridges for that sugar to be captured in there. Okay. So, because we've already toasted our pecans in the toaster, we don't have to go crazy. Okay. And the nice thing about putting your spices on a plate is you can do exactly what I just did, and you're gonna just mix them. So when they go into the pan, you get a little bit of a homogeneous spice mix. Okay. Now, I'm going to add these to my pan, and I'm gonna dry fry my spices. Okay, and you're just gonna mix it, and if you see that your pan is smoking, you're gonna lower your heat a little bit. Okay, and you are gonna smell this. I already smell it in my nostrils. And you're just gonna mix it until all the pecans are coated. And because I already smell the spice, woo! It is ready for my next ingredient, which is my butter. And you're going to continue to mix this until the butter is fully melted. And the butter is in here to give the pecans a coating so it can also accept the sugar. All right, now, if you wanted to make this dairy-free, you could, instead of butter, you would use some coconut oil. Okay, and I'm hearing some sizzle. That's working. All right, and this is what coconut oil looks like. All right, so it is solid at room temperature, and that's what that looks like. Again, we have our little orange strip, so I'm just going to add that in for now. Why not? And I'm just going to continuously move this until all of the pecans are all coated in fat. Okay, that's the goal that we're looking for here. And once that I see that they're all coated, I'm going to add my next ingredient. Actually, good. I'm going to remove that really quick, which is my brown sugar. All right. So it is 1/3 cup of brown sugar. And when you measure brown sugar, you want to make sure that you are packing it in. And again, we're adding our sugar, and we are going to stir this until all of the pecans are coated with the brown sugar. All right, and you will see that the sugar will change from a granule form, and it'll start to like liquefy. And I like this recipe because, I mean, I pre-toasted my pecans in the toaster, and this is all done on the stovetop. There are other recipes that require you to use egg white, and then you're gonna bake the nuts in the oven. And I don't prefer that recipe only because, listen, there are some people that can't consume eggs, and this way, if you have an egg allergy, this is a great snack for you. And it's also a great gift to give during the holiday times. If you don't like shopping and you'd rather make and give a homemade gift, this is a wonderful present. All right, so our last ingredient is gonna be water. Now you can see how my sugar is starting to liquefy. All right, I can see that, I can smell that. Now I'm gonna add my water. And again, you wanna continue to stir this until everything is nice and glazed. And then all of the water evaporates and adheres with a nice caramel syrup on those pecans. All right, we're almost there. And I love this because it's a wonderful snack on its own. It's a great topping for ice cream. It's a great topping for oatmeal, for cheesecake. If you just want to have some bananas and some pecans, or you can just add this as part of a trail mix with a little bit of chocolate. That's fun too. And this makes a wonderful addition to salad. All right, it gives you a little bit of wonderful plant protein to your salad, so you really can't go wrong. And if you notice, the liquid has kind of changed in viscosity, and my nuts are almost fully glazed. I'm just going to continue cooking it for maybe another 30 seconds or so, and then they will go onto my pan, or my sheet pan that is lined with parchment. Okay. So it looks like my pecans are completely glazed. So now I'm gonna take my pan, I'm gonna shut the heat off, and just pour them right onto my pan. And you just wanna spread them out just so they cool. All right, and these can be placed in a container once they're cooled, and they last, I would say, for maybe about 2 weeks or so. I'm just gonna eat a really, really small one just to tell you what they taste like. It's really wonderful. It's nutty, it's sweet, it's spicy. If you wanted to add a little bit more salt at the end to give you more of a salty contrast, you could. It's a wonderful, wonderful snack. Make it, enjoy it. I love you all. Have a beautiful day.